are doing this about 4 days ago. My husband Nino told me, we're going to Point Pleasant, we're going to my mother's.
We are at my mother's house right now, Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
That's how he says it. And we're gonna make tomato sauce. And I thought, lovely, we do that all the time. I didn't know he meant 900 pounds of tomatoes. So
We're doing the tomatoes for the first time in the family in 40 years.
When he called me and told me that, like, we are going to bring back this tradition, you know, I was excited at first, and I was like, but we don't have anything to bring back the tradition.
We got all the stuff, okay? We got 220,000 BTU burners. We got a Michael Vittorio over here. We got Italians from Italy, Italian grandparents from Italy. We brought them over for...
And amazingly, people chipping in, people bringing stuff. You know, Nino was able to pull this off.
We got all the equipment we need over here, okay? We're doing real good right now. We're about to start jarring.
Oh, sole mio, dan brondate. That's all we know, but what the hey?
Hey, Uncle Gary, how'd you become such a great stirrer?
I'm glad you asked that question because my great-great-great-great-grandfather was from southern Italy. Obvious, right? So he had a contact in Venice. The contact had him come up and learn how to be a gondolier. Well, thusly, gondolier, stirrer, come on, I'm a natural. The only time I ever did canning before was several years ago, and I enjoyed it then. It wasn't as enjoyable as today, though, I've got to say. But Nino definitely added more character without being overbearing, you know, just kind of like encouraging everyone, which really made it go along a lot smoother.
I mean, Nino just called me and told me he was buying 900 pounds of tomatoes and making tomato sauce. Sent me a couple videos for a point of reference, and he gave me the invite. My grandma in Buffalo, New York, Western New York, used to have a small garden in her backyard and would actually can tomatoes when I was a kid. So I've done this a few times, but I barely remember it because I moved to Omaha, Nebraska when I was 8, so all of this happened prior to that. And it was not on this scale, but I remember she would have jars of tomato sauce in her basement all year round, just from the tomatoes they grew in a backyard that was probably a little smaller than this one, actually. The atmosphere was amazing. I definitely loved seeing the family teamwork. I love that Nino brought it back after they haven't done it for a while. I will absolutely do this every year that he invites me back.
Well, we did a lot of tomatoes. We washed them, we jarred them, and we cooked them, we stirred them, stuff.
We cleaned the jars with lemons, we put them all around. We put the lemons all around the top thingy. We put basil in the jar.
We crush them into this tomato thing, and it smooths it out a little bit, but it's still a little chunky. It smooths it out, and then they cook it in the tomatoes.
right, it separates the skin out, right?
You want to do it next year?
A lot of work, but sure.
I would.
Yes.
Yeah.